Welcome back to Hood Fishing. It's not going to be easy as I want it to be. It's going to be something. So yeah, I want to get this problem out of the way. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, at least without getting wet. If I got wet, I could get it somewhat out of the way, but see this overhang right here? We could definitely work on that. But the massive problem is sticking up out of the water right there. I have no idea if that's connected to this. Maybe not. We could do something here, or we could just forget about it and get some lines out. It's kind of windy. You probably already realized that. It's actually not that bad in town. It says 12, right? 12 miles an hour. Come out here on the river, feels like 15. I had to kick it to open up my cut because this branch coming down, as you can see up there, is causing some issues. Don't come down on me. I think I could do just a little bit today to make it easier another day to tackle this. I think it's just going to be in stages. I should have dealt with this a long time ago, but I'm so used to doing the workaround rather than just tackling issues like this. I find a workaround because I go places and I'm not willing to like destroy habitat or whatever, and I find a workaround. But I've lost so many monster fish on that piece of limb sticking out. It might be attached to this, it might not. I think what we will do is just cut a little bit up here that we can reach, and then in a few weeks when the river is a lot lower, we'll be able to possibly get that out of the way. All these trees right here that are a problem at the moment, they're all willows, river willows, and they grow fast and fall down. So by the time I get rid of one problem, I could have another problem. Maybe that's why I always find the workaround rather than fight the trees with this. But occasionally it is something you have to do with spots to be able to access them, to be able to fish them. You cut stuff back. One thing I can deal with is this Widowmaker. This whole thing is dead and it's gonna fall down. I like to sit right underneath it, unfortunately, because when I have conditions like today with wind in my face, that gives me a windbreak, this bit of stuff right here, and I can film the poles without the wind hitting my mic too bad. But I don't want to get hit in the head. Okay, I'm gonna get up here and I want to cut this not too high up, not too low, about maybe midway, or midway to me, like waist high, not midway for the branch in its entirety. Get some stuff out of the way. Look, at this point, it's still alive. There's green wood coming out of it, but this whole thing is infested with ants. You can see them, and some kind of carpenter ant. Oh, there's a lot. So what I'm hoping to do is make a cut here and not have to cut all the way. Hopefully the weight that's extended out there will make it come down slow. Hopefully that comes down and not what I have my foot on. Need a fresh battery. Nice and slow, not too chaotic. All right, it's free. I just got to get off this thing and give it a tug from back there. Easy peasy. I don't really have enough battery left. I only brought 2 batteries. I don't have enough battery left to cut this up more than I already have. I'm gonna try and drag it. That thing is heavy. I do have enough battery left to limit up a little bit. Normally you wouldn't cut through stuff like this with this kind of sawzall, because this is a light duty sawzall. No way I could get my, well, I guess I could have brought a huge power station out and ran my corded sawzall, which has a giant motor on it, or borrow a chainsaw. But you can get away with cutting willow with a light duty sawzall if you take it easy, because it's a softwood, especially if it's already dead. But where we cut this, not dead, but going past where we cut it, it goes dead really fast, as you can see, like right here. Oh, a lot easier now that I cut a lot of stuff off it. Look at it just bend those little willows over as I bring it through here. And that's good right there. Everything's the same on the 2 rods I brought. 4 ounces of lead on sinker slide with the bead, the 80-pound braid as the main line, the 50-pound mono leader cow hitch to the swivel, down to a 6/0 octopus hook. This cargo ship that's in front of me this afternoon, which it is early afternoon still, it's around 4. I think they will be departing sometime this afternoon. They appear to be receiving fuel. Doesn't mean they're going to depart this afternoon, but I believe they are filling up. And as soon as that bill is paid, they're going to be getting underway for sure. Don't know if we will watch them, if they will be gone by the time I'm leaving, but everything's possible. Today's bait is panfish caught yesterday. When I was fishing yesterday, catching bait, everybody that ended up joining made me feel a real sense of community. Thanks for coming down and fishing. That was the real reason why yesterday was such a good session. I enjoyed the conversation, made me feel like I was part of a community again, despite all the noise from the highway that I hear as I try to sleep. Yesterday's session left me feeling calm. What do you think we should do today? I think we should do a headpiece and then a smaller body piece. So that would be a bigger piece and a smaller piece, right? Yeah, you're right. We're gonna put this headpiece on this 6/0 octopus. We're gonna cast it straight out in front, but it's going to drift sharply to the right. Hopefully the line doesn't end up touching what I was unsuccessful at removing. I'm just gonna have to wait for the river to go down, and I want to get that out of the way because it causes so many issues. How low is the river gonna have to go? We'll just have to wait and see. But that headpiece will be in a good place if it's over there, opposed to where this next bait, which is smaller. And I don't have scissors today, so we're going to leave the fins on. You don't necessarily need to take them off. It's just something I do personally. Last time I fished this spot, I didn't get interrupted by a plane flying over. My goodness, that is a big one. Yeah, you're right. So last time I fished it, I started out with a smaller hook and a small fillet style piece of bait. And my friend had a headpiece. He picked up an 18-pound blue cat, and I picked up what was in between maybe 4 and 6 pound, maybe closer to 4 pound channel cat, a decent sized channel cat for this river. Well, you can get even bigger in this river, but a decent channel cat nonetheless. So will that happen today with this smaller piece? Granted, that is a bit bigger of a piece than what I threw that day, which is not too long ago, earlier this week. River hasn't changed much. It looks a little dirtier than it did the last time I was here a few days ago, but it's just as rough with the wind conditions. It was a little windier that day. Oh, what happened? The wind? Oh, I'm gonna have to do that again. That was not good. Okay, that was a lot better. Less wind resistance. It's not absolutely essential to do a mile cast at this spot, but I do need to get it out there to a certain degree just to get over the drop off into that area. And it doesn't have to go a mile past the drop off, it just needs to go past it. And I can feel that current hitting the line already. Let's go ahead and step back here, shut my bail down, get my line in the groove, get this in the holder, and just watch and see how close to that. It can get like right over it, but you don't want the line to go under something when you're in this scenario. You don't want the line barely touching it because it's going to cause issues to the line. Now, my friend, when he was out here, he kept upping his lead so he wouldn't drift so far to the right. But I actually want to drift, right? Because every time a bait drifts right there, good things happen. I've got massive fish from other locations out in front of me, but many times right here to the right, something changes. I think the depth goes down and the current picks up. It might be something going on with the drop off. There might be stuff fish can get into. It's just there's always bigger fish right there. Coming up on this time of year anyway. Spring and fall, and throughout summer too, but not so much in winter. This spot is really hit or miss. This spot can produce nothing in winter at times. My next cast for this smaller bait, I got to account for the drift. I don't want it to drift in the same position. I don't want to tangle a tangling issue when a fish comes in because the baits are too close. I want this in a different location so we have a higher probability of catching, because we got two different baits in two different locations. But this is the trickier cast because I need to cast it upriver, and I got to come into this position, and I got stuff to the sides of me, I got stuff behind me that I don't want the bait to catch when I bring it zipping through the air, and I've got stuff to stand on that could possibly not be kind to me. I have slipped here before, and I only have ankle boots on, and the river is getting blown up into here higher. It might be the tide. This part of the river is tidal. Let's see, can we do this cast without catching a tree? Is this, there's more water in here than there was the other day. Let's see if I can get positioned correctly. I think I can get some kind of half-ass cast done out of this position. It's got to go slightly upriver. We'll just see what we get in the end, because we got the wind on us, and that's going to put a little resistance. These are 4-ounce leads. If we go up to 6 or 8, that's going to cut our distance down a little bit. So we're just going to stay with 4. I think 3 would be too light, but 4 gives me a good distance here. All right, stop talking and just buck up and do the cast, Mr. Hood. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Everything in its own time. All right. Oh, not to my liking. Oh. Okay, that was a lot better. Got it in a better place. I gotta hold the rod up and scratch the sky for a second to let it drift a bit. We're getting the line over these limbs here, these younger willows. There we go, we're good. While I was over there dealing with that cast, I see the wind has produced a bow line on here, and we just want to make sure we got a tight line and that we haven't drifted anywhere near that overhanging branch coming out of the water. Anyway, we're good. Now we just gotta wait. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Maybe I've had the baits out for 15 minutes. Just thought I'd come back in here and tell you, with my back to the wind, that it is 4:30. Now let's turn to the wind. We're not necessarily in the thick of the pre-spawn feed up. We're still in the backyard in March, about to be in April, but we do have something good to talk about. We're sustaining nightly temps for a while in the 60s, which is a good thing. That's a precursor to the pre-spawn feed up. That's what we need. There's a chance that nothing happens in this video as far as fishing. We got a tree down. Maybe that's the best part of the video. We got me talking. Maybe that's the worst part for some people. They don't like me talking so much. They somehow think they can change me, just like what women do with some men. But anyway, I'm gonna keep talking because I'm gonna keep fishing. Talking helps me get rid of boredom, because I get really bored this time of year when I got the wind in my face and a dirty river and no bites coming. But we started super early because it may take quite a while to get a fish up here on the bank right now. It's not out of the question. We were here with these conditions the other day and we got something. It wasn't much. And then the next night, Kieran came here without me and got nothing. So is that our fate this afternoon? Nothing? No video? We'll just have to sit down, face boredom once again, and hope for the best. Thought I had a bite. Kieran is here. Is he on? Oh!
Oh, it's on yours.
Yeah, I got a fish on here.
I hope we're not going off.
We might be. These baits ended up drifting real close to each other, and I was like, you want to live with it? I think we can live with it.
Yeah, the fish is on your hook.
Yeah, I feel the contact. I'm not 100% certain, but it feels like a decent fish. It's got some good pull on me. I don't know where he's at. I don't feel him anymore. What's going on here? Oh, I still have him, but we got this issue. We got spaghetti.
You're good.
Oh, I still have a fish. I still have a fish. Oh, he's into the shite. He's into the shite. Get out of that shite. You see the shite he's in? Oh, what do I have? He's got some massive pulleys right up here on the rocks. I got him over and out of the shite. Now I got to get my feet out of the shite. Wonder if I got a flathead because of the downward pull he's got. Watch it be a stingray. No, it's neither stingray or flathead. It's a blue cat. I'm just gonna kind of run him up. He's not massive, but man,
Oh, he's over 20 pounds.
yeah, he's not bad, but he's not massive. Definitely was using some strength there. He was, for sure. We're just lucky that we don't have some massive wake right now coming in, filling my boots. It's not how I want to fill my boots today. Yeah, about definitely over. Oh man, I filled my boots anyway with that tail. Water coming off that tail. This is definitely,
I want to test this scale.
definitely 20-pound range.
Yeah, because he's bigger than that one I caught. That was 18 pounds the other day.
By quite a few hairs. Yes, it is bigger than that. Not much more bigger than that, but there we go. You gonna test the scale out?
Yeah.
Let me get this out of the way. Is that a manual scale, like
Yeah.
spring loaded?
Uh-huh. Three to 20. A little over 20. Maybe like 20. There's a hair over 20. I don't know.
I can live with that. It looks like 20 and a half, 21.
Well, it goes by. Yeah, so probably like 22 or something like that.
22. Okay. You get this nice B&B hoodie. Muddy. Well, I don't want to, but might end up eventually. So yeah, you're right. That's what happens with a lot of yakking, a lot of hacking, and a nice fish coming out. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully we get some more coming out. We'll let them go. Yeah, you're right, guys. Another long one fish video. Better than no fish video, because no fish is no video. Yeah, you're right. It was really weird. Like, first we thought he had a fish because there was a bite on his rod, and then all of a sudden, boom! My rod tip just went down. That's because these baits were really close to each other. But you saw it. You know what happened, right? Most exciting moment out here, except for when I dropped that limb. But yeah, you're right. It's gonna just get better from here on out, I hope. Anyway, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel, and I will see you next time.